Mordecai and Rigby start their day doing the bare minimum at their job in the park, already showing the dynamic that defines their entire series. Two friends who want to avoid responsibility at all costs yet constantly stumble into bizarre problems. The episode focuses on how far they'll go to escape work, and how their lazy decisions end up creating chaos far beyond normal consequences. When they try to get out of a simple task by using a mysterious keyboard called the Power, the story begins blending the mundane with the surreal in a way that sets the tone for the whole show. Their discovery of the keyboard immediately pushes the narrative into an absurd direction. Rigby impulsively wants to use it without thinking, while Mordecai hesitates, showing the early contrast between Rigby's recklessness and Mordecai's slightly more responsible nature. The moment they realize the keyboard can literally make things happen through spoken commands, it becomes clear how dangerous this combination of power and irresponsibility can be. They use the device first for fun, bending reality to avoid Benson's anger, and the way their reactions escalate demonstrates how quickly control slips away from them whenever they get access to something extraordinary. One of the most interesting aspects of the episode is how the show uses supernatural events not as the focus, but as a natural extension of the characters' poor decisions. Instead of being shocked or questioning the logic of a reality-altering keyboard, Mordecai and Rigby treat it like an opportunity to make their lives easier. This attitude defines much of regular show's comedic style, where impossible situations feel strangely normal as long as the characters believe they can get away with their choices. Their misuse of the keyboard starts small, but the tension builds once they accidentally create a giant monster version of Skips, a direct consequence of Rigby's carelessness. The conflict grows as they try to reverse the damage while still avoiding responsibility. Even when reality is collapsing, their first instinct is to hide the problem rather than fix it properly. Mordecai assumes he can talk his way out of things, while Rigby doubles down on improvisation. This pattern becomes one of the recurring themes of the series. Whenever they interfere with forces they don't understand, someone or something in the park suffers the consequences, and Skips usually ends up having to save them. In this first episode, his frustration is already visible, reinforcing his role as the wise character who understands how reckless these two can be with anything remotely powerful. The climax, where they desperately try to undo the chaos caused by their careless words, shows how the series blends action with humor. Their strategy is messy and unplanned, and every attempt to fix things only makes the situation worse until they finally manage to send the giant monster into space. Even then, their solution feels temporary, as if the universe itself bends just enough to let them scrape by. Their ability to survive through luck rather than competence becomes a recurring charm of the show. The episode ends with them losing the keyboard and facing Benson's anger, which pulls the story back to the ordinary world. The transition from cosmic-level chaos to a simple argument about work highlights the show's unique rhythm. No matter how huge the adventure becomes, the characters always return to the grounded problems of having a job, dealing with a boss, and trying to avoid responsibility. This structure keeps the supernatural elements fun instead of overwhelming, making them feel like unexpected extensions of everyday laziness. Overall, the most interesting thing about this first episode is how it establishes the tone, character dynamics, and core formula of regular show in a simple but effective way. The mixture of normal tasks with magical consequences becomes the foundation for the series, and the personalities of Mordecai and Rigby already shape every weird event that happens. Their friendship is central, defined by mutual encouragement to make bad decisions, and the episode uses humor to explore how even the smallest act of laziness can turn into a disaster when paired with supernatural power. This creates a perfect setup for the next episode, where their chaotic energy continues to push them into new problems as they try to survive another day at the park.